I'm so glad it's such a gorgeous day out today, because I was hoping that we would soon be able to plant our non-GMO and I think organic garlic bulbs. We actually purchased some when we were at the Baker Creek Heirloom Festival in California in, what was that, September? Yep. Yeah. But we just ran out of time in November to plant it, and I was seeing other YouTubers posting videos of planting our garlic now. Now's the perfect time. And I was like, oh, we really need to do that. But we didn't have a chance to. So now that first cold snap is done, I think we'll go ahead and throw some bulbs in here. Now, granted, I know this is not the ideal time of year to do it, because we could get another cold snap really quick. And it's better to plant them in the fall so that the roots can get some growth before these freezing spells hit. And then that way in the spring, the plant already has some established roots and it can send off top growth and just grow a lot better and give you a better yield. But sometimes you do what you got to do. And so I think my plan is to use one of these ends of the beds that we have established, one of the ends farthest away from our doors, and then plant those, because those are going to be a longer term crop, and we want stuff that's a little bit closer to our doors of our house to be the stuff that we're going to pick every day. So I think that's going to be on my to-do list for today. This is why it takes longer to do stuff here on our homestead, because I say, oh, I'm going to go plant garlic, and then I end up piddling before I even do the garlic. One job turns into multiple jobs. We're going to insert a clip here where Justin showed me the chickens were really getting into the pill bugs, or the roly-polies. Hey chickies, let everybody see. Well, now that lets us know that it's winter time, because in the summer and the spring there are so many bugs around here that our chickens are like, roly-polies, I'm not gonna eat those, and they just totally skip over them. But in the wintertime, when there aren't as many bugs available, apparently they say, ooh, roly-polies. So I am in one of our garden beds. This is actually where our tomatoes were. And we had an overabundance of roly-polies. Now, I never say that roly-polies are bad, because they definitely have their position in the food chain. They break stuff down. They're, I think, detrivores or something like that. Anyway, they eat things that are rotting and break it down. But the problem we had last year was, I think because of our back to Eden garden method and having the cardboard down, we just had so many roly-polies that they actually started eating our tomatoes. Now granted, part of that was our fault because we didn't have the tomatoes caged. So that's definitely something we are going to do differently this year. And so the tomatoes last year were low to the ground, but between the leaf-footed bugs and the roly-polies, we didn't get to have very many of our tomatoes. So I don't mind giving roly-polies to the chickens as a special treat now. And just because I pull out the roly-polies in this area of the garden doesn't mean that there aren't thousands more in the rest of the garden beds. I'll use the Meadow Creature broad fork to dig down a little deeper, and then on top of that we'll further break down the clumps with our tools that we got from the Heirloom Expo. And we'll link the video for the guy that makes these by hand. That's pretty cool how the cloves are so close to the stem on this one head. And we had a Malachi-ism. He pulled the garlic out of the bag, so we're not sure which one's what. So it's going to be an experimental year. Anyway, so we're thinking this one is either the native Creole softneck or the Spanish Veneti hardneck. I think this one's a hardneck just because of the way the neck is. So I'm going to assume these are native Creole softnecks. And I think this one is the Italian red hardneck. That's the assumption I'm going to make. And that's how we're going to plant them. So the ones we got from TSC, we got them on clearance, and so they were already a little past date. And then by the time we finally got these out here today, they weren't nice and plump like these cloves are. They were all shriveled. So I just kind of threw them in the ground in a row. If they come up, great, even if they're super dense. But I honestly don't anticipate those coming up. But these look like they may make it. So we're going to do rows of the garlic, try to label them. We'll probably try to come up with a more lasting labeling system, but for now we're just using a Sharpie and popsicle sticks. But from experience, I know that doesn't stay for very long because rain comes and it washes the ink down the grain of the wood. But at least it'll give us an idea for today what we think we put where. And our friend Jacob stopped by, so hey Jacob!
Hello.
You might recognize him from the rabbit butchering video, and also I think you were there for part of the installation of the ringer station.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We'll link the rabbit ringer butchering station installation right there. The butchering video, you'll have to search for it on our playlist to be able to access that because it is age restricted. Alright, so now we'll get to planting. That's kind of neat looking. That's what's left over after I removed all of the cloves from the head. So there's the stem, and then the cloves are various sizes. A lot of people will only plant the largest cloves. That way you get, in theory, larger heads of garlic. You know, you want to keep the genetics that you like the look of and the taste of. But we haven't tasted these, so we're just going to kind of throw them all in the dirt, see what comes up, and then maybe next year we'll be a little more picky and choosy. So we decided we're going to do one head per row. It's a good thing we've got a lot of garlic. We'll probably lose a lot of them to the rolling bullies before spring comes, but we shall see. Alright, so I'm just spacing these out with the flat side down, basically the same way the head grew in the ground. So you want the triangular pointed part up because that's the side where the leaves are going to be sprouting when the weather warms up. Nice. Beautiful. And when I'll definitely have spring fever again. There's probably a planting spacing you're supposed to do, but I don't really garden that way. Alright, now I'm going to cover them up. Now we'll continue with the next row and keep going till we get all 6 rows in.
See how many eggs we got today. And there's 2. Nothing up here. And there's one down there.
We have finished planting. We actually think that we had 3 bulbs of one hard neck and only 1 of the soft neck. So we've got 2 of one hard neck, 3 of another hard neck, and then 1 of the soft neck. So we've planted them here, and then we covered with leaves and some shredded paper that we stole from the compost pit. But we're not worried about it because we'll be getting more leaves at Grandma Dorothy's the next time probably that we go over there. And the reason we put these leaves and shredded paper down was because we wanted some mulch on top to be additional insulation. So when we do freeze hard again, there's at least a little bit of mulch to cover it to kind of hopefully help keep it a little bit warmer, and if nothing else, protect it from some frost, especially if some of the garlic decide to go ahead and sprout, put off a few leaves. With having a layer of mulch in there, the leaves will only die back, hopefully, to the layer of the mulch. At least that's our theory. So that was a good day, good productive day for this particular project, and we hope you join us next time.
Hey Cloud Hoppers, thanks for watching the video. Push the thumbs up to like the video. Also hit that subscribe button, also the bell, so that you can get notifications when our videos come out.
Check us out on our social media pages too. We have Facebook and Pinterest, and soon we'll have Instagram. The links are below. Bye, y'all.
Bye. Good job.